welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today's video is a speed reviews. So if you want to see what I think of these items, then make sure you keep watching. And if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family, hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. So jumping straight in, I have a handful of items that I have been using quite a lot lately, and I wanted to share my updated reviews on them now that I have had a chance to use them quite a few times. So let's start with my lashes. I'm actually wearing my lashes today. This is from Glam lashes in the style Satin. I don't think this style is in stock anymore, but she's always putting new styles out. Glam Lashes is a small American owned brand and it is absolutely amazing. I really love their lashes. It's my favorite lash brand that I have found so far. I really like the different styles. She has natural, she has dramatic, and she's always swapping them out, so you're not always having to have the same lashes. You can have, you know, a collection of them going. I have basically a whole shelf back there of lashes that I've brought from her. Because she is in America, I normally buy like 10 to 30 pairs of lashes at a time and then get it all shipped over, just so I'm only having to pay one shipping fee because obviously the shipping fees are high in cost. I haven't actually found an Australian owned brand that I really like their lashes, like that they're my ride or die. I'm a bit of an unpopular opinion. I like to have a band on my lashes so that I can grip them with my fingers. I don't like the invisible bands. I find them a little bit too finicky, and I just want to be able to put my lashes on and like get out of here, not sit here for an hour trying to put them on. But yeah, absolutely love this brand. I've shown different styles before. Another one of my favorites is this style. This is beautiful and this one's really pretty, and as you can see, she does like different packaging. Normally depends on what time of year it is. Like that one I think was a Valentine's collection. I've got some like Christmas ones. I've got some St. Paddy's Day ones back there as well, some Halloween ones, but yeah, I absolutely love the lashes and I will definitely repurchase them again. Next up is from Milk, and this is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So this is only a little sample one. Now I have used this a handful of times. For my skin type, which is sensitive, I have lots of chemical menopause hot flushes as well. But otherwise my skin is sort of like normal. It's not dry, it's not oily, but it can break out super easily. So I found putting this all over my face wasn't that great, but putting it in my T-zone here and like just a little bit around my nose as well definitely helps, especially with my hot flushes. I find the makeup doesn't break down as much around my nose when I'm using this, so I have been popping this on my little T-zone here and then the rest of my face using my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer, which is my ride or die one. And yeah, just putting those two together, and it's actually lasting quite a long time. I think I still have maybe at least a third of this tube left, and I've used this I reckon a good 5 to 10 times now, because you only need the smallest bit and it does your T-zone. So I actually really like this. I think I would definitely repurchase this in a big size as well. Next up is from NARS, and it's the Soft Matte Complete Concealer slash corrector. This is in the shade Light 1 Chantilly. So this is the little pop concealer. Now, I have tried this underneath my eyes. I'm not a huge fan of it for underneath my eyes. I don't know if I got maybe the wrong colour for underneath my eyes because it didn't really brighten or anything like that. But this I find is absolutely amazing on any spots. So I currently have a spot here, a spot over here, and 2 spots here at the moment, and I've got a little bit of one up there. It's going away at the moment, and I use this today to cover those spots and you can barely see them. So really like this for a spot concealer, not necessarily under my eyes, but I think it is because of the colour of it. That's why I don't like it underneath my eyes. Formula is actually really nice. Definitely full coverage concealer, so if you don't like full coverage, this one isn't for you. a small amount goes a long way. So you are going to be like using this forever. The formula is quite thick as well because it is so full coverage. So take that into account. I do find I like to use like a small brush. So this one here is the Center of Attention Cosmetics COA 13 brush. It's just a very small little brush here, and I dipped it into the pot. I take as much as I need in the pot so I don't have to re-dip my brush in and get germs in the pot. And then I just go over wherever my spots are and pop a little bit of concealer. I let it sit for about 30 seconds and then I actually tap it in with my finger, and I find that is the best way to use this concealer. I do really like this. I'll definitely repurchase it, but I think this is going to keep going and going for ages because yeah, it was only going to be a spot concealer. Next up is from Center of Attention Cosmetics. Now I know I already like these, but these are different shades to what I already had. So these are the eye primers. So I've got here the shade Pink and the shade Mint. I have tried both of these a few times now and I really like them. I will note the pink one definitely does stain for about 24-48 hours depending how much you use. I already knew I liked this formula. I used the light beige one. It has lasted me like over a year now. I have been using the same tube and I use it every time I do my makeup unless I'm doing like creative. So yeah, this will last forever. Really pigmented. You could get away with not having to put any eyeshadow on over top of these. You could just go in with like a setting powder to set it down. You definitely couldn't leave it as like a cream formula because it would crease, so you would need to use a setting powder or something to set it down, but it is super pigmented, so you wouldn't necessarily need a pigmented like eyeshadow over top. But I really like them for when I'm doing like graphic looks or I'm really wanting that pigment to stand out, then it's really good to use these. And I'll definitely repurchase those as well. Next up is from Nakia Joy Cosmetics, and this is her Velvet Finishing Powder, but it is the brightening version. So this one is the pink version. So I do have it underneath my eyes today and a little bit down here to brighten up the areas I wanted to brighten. I actually like this. I'm not a huge fan of the pink, but it definitely brightens your skin up where you put it. Like that's really bright underneath my eyes. I think because I'm not used to seeing how bright the under eyes are, that threw me off a little bit. I do like it. It's not my favorite go-to, but if you like a really bright under eye, this is awesome. The actual formula of this though is amazing. It's exactly like her normal Velvet Finishing Powder, and if you know from my other videos, the Velvet Finishing Powder is one of my favorites, one of my ride or dies, and I have gone through like, I don't know, like 10 tubs of that stuff already. So yeah, I really like it. I probably wouldn't use it all the time, but it definitely does what it says it's going to do. Next up is another Milk makeup product. So this is the bronzer. This is in Baked, I think is the shade. So this is the tube here. Now I am wearing it on my cheeks and my forehead today, so you can see it. I have used this a few times. I have tried putting over powder when I have forgotten and set my face down before putting this on. It did kind of lift up the makeup, so you definitely want to use it on a wet base. So put your foundation on first and then do this, or even doing it under your foundation. It's nice. I'm not a huge fan of cream products though, not for my skin type. So it's definitely not my favorite. It's not something that I would reach for a lot. I also find this little tiny tube is like teeny tiny. It's almost like a sample size. And I find it hard to, you know, like pick up and grab and stuff, which is annoying. And the other downside for it is it's not like creamy where you can like rub it on your face. You definitely need to like get a brush and wipe the brush on the top and get the product on the brush. Then you could like tap it on the back of your hand and warm it up, and then it will work a lot nicer. So it sort of needs like heat to warm it up. But otherwise it's okay. It blends nicely once you've warmed it up, but not something that I would repurchase for myself. It definitely for somebody that likes the cream bronzers. Okay, next up, I don't know how to pronounce this brand, so please excuse if I get it wrong. I think it's Doche, Relentless Matte Lip Crayon. This is in the shade Busy Lizzie. Now I'm wearing it today. I actually have put just a clear gloss over the top. That's the Center of Attention Cosmetics Glass Act one. And the shade's really nice. Probably not something that I would wear too often. It is a very thick formula, like a very thick like crayon formula. It is super pigmented though and super nice. I'm just sort of used to wearing a bit more of a sheerer color these days, unless I wear like a red lipstick. So yeah, not my favorite lip product. I probably wouldn't repurchase any of these. I think I got this in like a box a long time ago, like a beauty box. But it is nice, and if you like full pigmented coverage, then I think you would like it. It's actually lasting quite a long time as well. So yeah, okay. It says on here it is actually waterproof and transfer proof. So I think that is why it's so pigmented. I haven't done a transfer test. Let me check. Okay, I've probably broken it up with my lip gloss being on top. So let's pop some on my hand and we'll rub it off at the end. So let's just do that and let's see what happens at the end. I've got a few more products to go through. I didn't actually realize it was meant to be transfer proof, but yeah, it lasts a long time. So yeah, it's a really good one if you want it to last. Okay, next product, whilst we wait for this to dry down, is from MCO Beauty, or MCO Beauty, however you guys want to say it. This is the Highlight and Glow Beauty Wand. This one is in Peach Glow. I think I've tried the contour stick from these guys, and I said that I like the contour better than the Charlotte Tilbury one, and I think it's going to be the same for this. I preferred this over the Charlotte Tilbury one, although I wish I had got a better suited colour for my fair skin. I am wearing it today. You can see it on my cheeks here, and it is on my nose as well. So you can tell the colour's not like the perfect colour for my skin tone because I am so pale, but I can be seen from space, which is the main thing that I want. It's really nice. I can also put this on over top of a fully set face, like my face was fully set today. I just don't actually use the sponge on the end. I tap my finger onto the sponge and then I will tap it onto my cheek and then take another finger and blend it out. And it doesn't lift my makeup at all. It blends really nicely, it looks really nice, the glow is absolutely amazing. The price is so much nicer than the Charlotte Tilbury one. Definitely, yeah, a product that I really like, and I think I would repurchase this, and I'm not like a liquid highlighter person normally, so yeah, I'm really impressed with this. Okay, next up is a product that apparently is going out of business. It is from Glowish by Huda Beauty, and this is the blush in 02 Caring Coral. And I'm actually really sad if that's true, if they are really going out of business. Yeah, that is really sad because I actually really like their bronzer that I have, and I really liked their blush too. So I'm wearing the blush today. It is a really, really nice blush. It blends super nicely. It's super pigmented. And the color that I have is actually really nice. I have used it a fair few times, probably a good like 15 times. It's the only blush I've basically been using for the last 2 months. It is really, really nice. So I'm really sad to see that Glowish is going under because yeah, they do make some really nice products. And if I could, I would definitely repurchase this if it's still around when I'm ready to repurchase. But by the sounds of it, it's not going to be. So I'm really sad to hear about that. Okay, the next product is actually an updated product. So I think I spoke about this in my last speed reviews or the speed reviews before that. Now, I wanted to give a quick update in this one because I'm really not happy about it. So I thought I would let everyone know so that they're careful with theirs. So the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer, I've got RN1, which is this here, this packaging. I had this on my desk the other week, and my desk is probably maybe 2.5 feet tall. 2 to 2.5 feet tall, and I accidentally knocked this off and it broke. So the actual part that you normally would twist the cap onto has broken and is now up in the lid. Now, I'm really disappointed in this because this concealer is not cheap at all. I only just recently got it back in December, so it's not very old at all. And for it to break from such a small distance, I think that's not good. I think they need to make sure their packaging doesn't like snap like that, especially when you're spending so much money on this. So I currently have it, because obviously it's not going to close now. It's very messy, so it's really hard to use. I now have to put the concealer on my hand and use it from my hand, because there's nothing stopping the product when you pull the doe foot applicator out. But I'm having to put it in a glad lock bag so it doesn't dry out, so my money's not wasted. So if you have this concealer, I really like it, and I would definitely repurchase it, but just be so careful with it. Don't drop it, don't knock it, don't do anything with it. I have like lino wood floors, so it's not like super hard, and it wasn't a big distance that it fell and it broke. So yeah, I'm really disappointed in that because it is such an expensive item. Okay, last product, and then we will check the lip thing again. So the last one I've got here is a eyeshadow palette. Now I have used this, I've got to say, I think I've created like 15 plus looks out of this. If I remember, I'll try and add some pictures in here for you guys. This look here today is created with this palette. It is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Sickly Sweet palette. So it is pastels. I pulled this out for Easter because pastels and Easter always go really nice together. This is what the inside of the palette looks like, and I just haven't been able to put it down since. So I've created so many looks. You can tell I really like the pink looks. I've done lots of pink looks. Yeah, I really love this palette. Absolutely amazing. I love almost all of the Blend Bunny Cosmetics palettes. The formula is so nice. The mattes blend out really nice, and the shimmers, they're super shimmery, which is the type I like. I want to make sure that the shimmer is like really able to be seen, so it's not like lackluster or anything like that. I love that I have a pastel palette as well. I love all these soft looks, but you can also get like the smoky soft look with them as well. I think this color story is absolutely amazing as well. I can't say anything bad really about Blend Bunny Cosmetics. None of her palettes have really disappointed me. The only downside I would say is because they are so nice, like pigmented wise, you do have quite a bit of fallout. So I definitely would go and do your eyes first before you do your base makeup, just so that you're not having to worry about any fallout. I would also suggest, if you like your shimmer to be like leveled up, wet that brush, baby, because it comes out absolutely stunning. So that is the eyeshadow palette that I have been addicted to for the last month, and I don't really think I've touched any other palettes because of that. So I would definitely repurchase this if I run out of this as well. Okay, so that's all the products, but we're gonna go jump back to this lip crayon. So let's give it a test. Sorry, my finger has nothing on it. All right, let's rub it. I'm not pushing hard. It's clean. It hasn't transferred. It definitely feels like drying on my skin there, which is why I put a gloss on it on my lips, because it was super drying. But other than that, it's a little bit sticky as well. So I would worry about my lips like getting stuck together as I'm talking, because it is so dry. But obviously adding the lip gloss means that it's now not transfer proof or anything. So if you want it to last ages, I would just wear it alone. But if you just want it for the color and you're happy to add a gloss to it and not have it as a transfer proof lip product, then I think it would be really nice paired with a gloss. So that is all the products that I have been testing lately. All these products obviously aren't new to the market, they're just new to me. I'm trying to get through that big box that I have back there of products that I've bought but I have not used. And obviously I want to use them more than 5 to 10 times before I give you my honest review, just so I can make sure I've been able to try it all different ways before telling you guys what I think of it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do like these kind of videos, let me know down in the comments so I can keep doing them for you guys. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!